So, not to be corny, but I could genuinely cry right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was genuinely holding back tears a little bit when I was watching Cross cover this. Um, it's really happening. So, for a bit of context before you clown me, um, my mom brought home Destiny 1 for the PlayStation 4 and gave it to me when I was 14 years old. Um, and it wasn't exactly the best time in life. I'm not going to go into specifics, obviously, but we had a lot going on. And I cannot exaggerate enough just how much Destiny was an escape for me. Destiny 1 was this game that I just so wholeheartedly loved. I was obsessed with. I was obsessed with the gameplay. I was obsessed with the story. I was obsessed with the social aspect. I remember I got my friends into it. We all played it together a lot. We played the story together. I had never really played an MMO up to that point, so I didn't know what a raid was even. Until I met this guy on PlayStation who was in the hospital, and he had some sort of terminal illness. And unfortunately, it happens. You drift apart. I'm 20. I'm almost 26 now. I was 14. I haven't talked to this guy in forever, but he was talking about how he was going through a rough time, obviously, and Destiny was his escape. And we played together a lot, and he showed me the Vault of Glass raid. And that was my first experience with raids. I went on to do Crota's End, and then of course King's Fall. I actually never finished Wrath of the Machine. I remember one time we literally got the final boss like within a little tick of health, and then we lost, and everyone got mad and quit. um, but yeah, I had a whole friend group on there. I actually messaged a couple of them like 3 or 4 years later. I remember one of them had a kid. One of them had gone from a squeaker who we made fun of to actually hitting puberty and having a real voice. Unfortunately, I don't talk to any of those people anymore either. My actual close in real life friends from back then I do still talk to and do still play Destiny with. We played Vault of Glass regularly, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't a little fed up with the position Destiny was at for a while. There was a point where, I actually uninstalled Destiny, because, we were just doing the same stuff over and over. We were running the same raids, we were running the same activities. I just didn't really feel, I wasn't a huge fan of the Star Wars collab. I just didn't feel connected to it the way I used to. But with that being said, never once did I ever plan to completely stop playing it. I actually only uninstalled it because my PC has limited space. But I do install it, play it for a little bit, and then get rid of it again every once in a while. But I also... So Destiny 2 came out in 2017, so I was either 16 or 17. And that's actually when I started dating my now wife. And I remember we were on a phone call together, like on a Discord call. It was probably Skype back then, actually. While I was literally sitting in my living room waiting for Destiny 2 to go live. And, the Red War isn't in the game anymore, and I've criticized them for that too. I'm not saying they're immune to my criticism, but what I'm getting at is I have so many memories, so many emotional things that are just, inextricably tied to this series. I have memories of using this game to escape from my shitty life. I have memories of using this game to maintain a social aspect with my friend group when we weren't seeing each other as much. I have memories of making friends and having deep conversations, and this series just means so much to me. And I kind of knew that the way things were going, that there wasn't much left in them. There wasn't much gas left in the tank. I do see, they said, As our focus turns towards a new beginning for Bungie, we will begin work incubating our next games. To that end, on June 9th, 2026, we will release the final live service content update for Destiny 2 to begin that new journey as a studio. Though active development may be concluding, we will ensure that Destiny 2 remains playable just as the original Destiny is today. Many changes in this final update will aim to ensure that Destiny 2 is a welcoming place for players to return to. I do appreciate that. I was looking for... Where's the exact word they said? I feel like there was... Didn't they say... I thought they said something along the lines of, like, Destiny will continue... We have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny... Yeah, right here. We have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2. As our focus turns towards a new beginning for Bungie, we'll work on incubating our next games. I'm hoping this means that there will be more Destiny. Maybe there will be Destiny 3, maybe there will be a Destiny spinoff. But regardless, Destiny 2 is kind of coming to a close. I do appreciate that they talk about how it will remain playable. That gives me so much hope, because if they took it down, I don't know what I'd do with myself. Like, I need it to come back to, you know? And, you know, the old, like, fucking, like, Halo 1 is still up and playable, and that game came out, what, like, 26 years ago? Like, I have faith that it will stick around. But they are adding a bunch of stuff. They're fixing the director. It's so bittersweet. This is beautiful. I love this director screen. It sucks that it's coming with, you know, the asterisks of this. They're adding Pantheon back into the game. I've wanted that forever. They're adding new loot to Gambit. They're adding Sparrow League Racing. Holy shit, Sparrow League Racing back to the game, which is fucking crazy. I can't believe they're doing that. They're adding all kinds of sandbox changes. Like, they're you know, they're going off with a bang. They're like everything people have been begging for. They're just doing it right here at the end. But this right here, seasonal events are being retired. A collection of weapon rewards for Festival of the Lost, the Dawning, Guardian Games, and Solstice can be earned through engrams on a Monument of Triumph vendor. This is what, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was watching Aztecross's video and he got to this part, I know it's corny, I legitimately started to tear up. Because people talk about, like, the magic of holidays and stuff when you're a kid, and how when you get older, that, like, you know, Halloween and Christmas and stuff like that, it doesn't really hit the same, it doesn't really feel like it used to when you were a kid. But what I held on to that magic with was Destiny. Whenever I would be like, oh shit, it's October, the Festival of the Lost is starting, you know, you get your little candy bags, and you get your fucking, your, like, mask of the other characters to put on, and you play the event on the moon with the fucking pumpkin head dudes, and, like, that was just so, like, that was as close as I got to that magic of, like, oh, it's Halloween and there's themed stuff going on, we're celebrating. And yeah, the fact that it's not gonna have the Halloween events anymore, like, that just makes me so fucking sad. It's so stupid. I mean, it's just a game. It's just a game. I didn't even play Festival of the Lost last year, and look at what I did. Look, I neglected it when I had it, and now it's gone. But you best believe that whenever this update comes out, we will be dipping our toes in for the YouTube channel. I will definitely be playing some Destiny, because I want to make sure they know, as much as I've judged them and as bored as I was of some of the stuff, I'm still gonna be in that bitch. I'm still gonna be playing Pantheon. I'm still gonna be raiding. You best believe I'm gonna be on the fucking Sparrow Racing League. I'm gonna be playing Gambit. I'm gonna be playing Onslaught. Like, you know, it's to some degree, like, it's still here. You know, it's not like the game's going offline. It's not like I'm losing my characters. It's not like it's going away. But just this acknowledgement of the path that it's been going down, to the point that even the seasonal tie-in events are ending, is just so, I don't know. I feel like it's just one of those things that this series just means so much to me, and this is just a really intense, it's hitting me with that, like, holy shit, I'm getting old thing, you know? This game has been a piece of media that I've so heavily tied emotional memories with for 12 years. Like, I don't know. I'm just feeling some type of way right now. I'm mourning. Eyes up, Guardians.